Are there things you regret, Captain? It is not an emotion I was raised to feel. We act, and we face the consequences with courage. But it is far easier to discipline my body than my mind.
Why waste time worrying about the last galaxy-shattering mistake when a worse one's coming tomorrow?
There is no worse failure than abandoning my clan. I should have been with my clan when the Empire came for them. I'd left to join another clan, to follow a lover. At the moment they were betrayed, I knew nothing.
I don't imagine anyone can just walk up and arrest a bunch of Mandalorians.
The Empire could not have succeeded without treachery. I only know they used some kind of time-released poison, then arrested them as they lay unconscious. When I called for my lover's clan to defend them, the cowards refused. They were not true Mandalorians.
I thought that story would end with, so I tore them limb from limb and used their corpses as jet fuel.
Their cowardice did not kill my clan. Let them live with their guilt. It is the Empire that must pay.
So, what was it like, Noctrayan? I'd been asking Risha, but she gets all weird and prickly about it. She actually walked out when I said that it'd make a better story if you turned out to be Noctrayan's long-lost daughter or something. Even Rogan was impressed when he heard you dug up the old man's treasures.
What did Rogan say about me?
Well, it started with the blasters, but mostly he got mad after you dodged his assassins. It was a pride thing. Then when you hooked up with the lady senator, ooh, he hated her. He was after you just to get you out of her hands. But none of this is news. I want to hear about you. Did you always know this was what you wanted to do? I like to imagine your parents programmed janitorial droids, and this was your way out of the family business.
I sort of fell into this lifestyle. Not that I'm complaining. The money's good.
Sounds like my life, except for the good money part. Guess it's too late to discuss salary, huh?
Never thought I'd say this, but you're my favorite partner in crime. You make beating the odds look easy, Captain. That may be the biggest compliment you've ever paid me. I like to mix a little praise with the insults. Keeps you off balance. I've definitely learned a few dirty tricks from watching you work. Think I might have found a few of my own. We'll find out at our next death-defying showdown. I can't wait. My fighting style pretty much comes down to, I really don't like pain.
I hope I've been some help to you, Captain. Because you've sure taught me a lot. I mean, I'd done my share of fighting, but you've got it down to an art.
I got no idea what I'm doing. I'm just making it up.
Then you think better on your feet than anyone I've met, Captain. I put my life in your hands every day.
Ah, what a moment for the Holo albums. Standing with two of the galaxy's most famous, or should I say, notorious spacers. Captain, I'd like to introduce you to Vaz Tranif. He's, how do I say this delicately?
I rob ships.
I thought you'd appreciate knowing that more than one of his hits has been against Rogan the Butcher.
Wish I could have been there to see that.
I'm the last one who was that's still standing. That mug's been coming after my crew since the last job we pulled on him. Picked them off one by one. Now the Hutts have my best vault cracker. We don't stop them, they'll sell him to Rogan for the price of his head.
If it's a chance to hurt Rogan, I'm on board.
It's more.
Vaz's partner, Combo, was taken by the Hutts while doing preliminary scouting for what could be the heist of the millennium. An Imperial Treasury starship, the King's Ransom, is in orbit just off Nar Shaddaa. I don't have to tell you the kind of credits we're talking about.
Ooh, that'd be hitting those Imperial thugs where it hurts.
You could be righteous and rich. I figured you'd want in.
You know me so well.
My dear, if you decline the chance to thumb your nose at both Rogan and the Empire while rolling in credits, you and I would be through.
I changed my mind. Let's not do this.
We'll split the haul 50-50, but we need to rescue Combo first.
Rogan's Lieutenant Strelith is going to pick Combo up at a Hutt cartel safe house on Nar Shaddaa. Boz has the coordinates.
I'll meet you there. If we don't manage to rescue Combo, deal's off.
Chichioba Kochba Renikaba Yotoba Bubanda Baka Murjanida Yopechuta Kasuyali Kora Do Kapikiyotapa
Everything is subject to negotiation.
Jubolawa Wuni Kumba Omdi Togmaki Jisa Kusa! Punyo blasto wanki kia tukonchi! Nabiska kulbalia biti bodenya.
How long do you want to gamble that Rogan's empire stays bigger than mine?
Ya pawa kolka, toroni kuna wawunda donko. Ki obakiri wata bangi danko batoga wata. Crispa monkey cheese! Nu Jackie Jawa, Jodoge Gwanga Joska.
You kill everyone here, Captain. Who's to say who did it? Strelth's not known for working things out peacefully.
Vaz, I knew you'd save me, Vaz, buddy. I just knew it.
Frame Rogan for killing Rascuro. You cut off his ties to the entire Hutt cartel.
I wouldn't risk it, Captain. Hutts make bad enemies. Not such good friends either, come to think of it.
Hai Jibanara.
You hear that, Rascuro? Hand over Combo, or that's my other option.
Kipuna malituta odmishka kabano tasema. Putula musta, wobrani tampio, dupushi wampa. Yopechuta! Kasuyali Kora, do kapikiyotapa! Blasto chidi wanawanga.
Told you I wouldn't let them hold you.
I told them you'd come for me, Vaz. They didn't think you could do it. Thanks lots for bringing Vaz here. I was real scared without him.
You shouldn't have let the Hutt walk, Captain. No points for live enemies.
Your friend doesn't seem too bright.
He's a, what you call it, savant. Believe me, with code, he's the best.
I was always good with numbers, and it was Vaz taught me how I could use it.
I protect him. We work together. Now we hit the Imperial treasure ship. Darmus made arrangements for us to use one of the Republic's secret shuttle pads to get up there. I'll transmit the specs and meet you. Then we'll bilk those Imperials out of more credits than you've ever seen.
Surprised to see me? Who do you think pulled the strings to let you use this shuttle pad? Darmus told me what you're doing. It's quite heroic, really. The Treaty of Coruscant forbids official strikes on non-military vessels. We're lucky you're not bound by that.
I'd hate to have to share the spoils with a whole squadron.
And I'm sure they're thrilled not to share the risk with you. Just a warning, men. The Empire is moving reinforcements into the area. Be careful. The shuttle pad's right over there.
This is the ship we'll use to rendezvous. It's Imperial salvage, so it's good camo. Combo's cracked a signal we need to dock with the King's ransom.
If the rest of this goes that smoothly, I'm taking you on all my jobs.
Don't jinx us. Bay's filled with empty cargo containers. Me and Combo will hide in one while you pilot us in.
In one?
After you secure the hangar bay, pop us and we'll loot the vaults from inside.
Will you hold my hand, Vaz? You know I don't like the dark.
Didn't I show you I won't let anything hurt you, bud? Just climb in. Nice and easy. Spring us when we're clear.
Hey, what are you doing poking around here? The only arrival code we've received is for Imperial Starship 2423 T6H3L5. Pilot Lieutenant Commander Anaya Aurelia Cleone of the Chiss Alliance.
I got 24 heavily armed mercenaries in that ship with blaster rifles targeted on you. Let me pass or I give them the signal.
You're bluffing. Someone like you could never put together that kind of force.
Are you really willing to gamble that I don't have at least one man who could blow your brains to jelly in a single shot?
You ever seen what a Zabrak Tystel Mark III does to a man's face?
I told them we needed a bigger unit to guard this ship. I'm not dying just because Treasury won't spend the same blasted money they expect me to guard. Do what you want with me. I won't stop you.
Blasters faster.
That rhymed.
Get the vaults, Combo. When he's got the security down, we should split up. Hit as many vaults as we can before they lock down again. Meet you back here when we're done.
Promoted him far beyond his station.
What do the Dark Lords possibly see in this scheme to replace soldiers of the Empire with pathetic, lawless criminals?
Who are you? How did you get in here?
If you don't have any valuables, I'll move to the next vault. Carry on.
The ship is under attack. Call for reinforcements. The Void Wolf!
The King's Ransom is under attack. I command you to use all your fleet's resources to drive off this invasion.
Now, as you always remind me, I wasn't born to the Imperial military, so I may have the power structure wrong, but I'm pretty blasted sure I outrank you.
I'm getting the feeling you guys don't like each other.
You're the one they're begging me to save them from? I guess there are things pathetic, lawless criminals are good for after all.
You're bound by the rules of warfare to send reinforcements when an Imperial vessel is under attack.
Oh, did I not mention? The Empire just declared war on the Republic and all its representatives. And as Article 17 of the Zyos Convention states, an Imperial Admiral is justified in destroying Imperial targets at risk of falling into enemy hands. With the Captain's track record, I just can't take that chance.
Captain, get back to the hangar bay. There's an Imperial battlecruiser attacking the ship. The whole thing's gonna blow.
I hate Imperials, crazier than a HUD on Glitterstim. What kind of morons blow up their own ship so it don't get looted?
The whole Empire's filled with folks who'd poison their own soup just to kill the guy across the table.
Here's to the Republic chasing them back into dark space. Let's split and then let's split, you know? I don't want to chance anyone following. How much do we get?
Here's everything I got. What do you have?
I'll have Combo tally. He's good with numbers and honest like a Jedi. Been nice working with you, Captain. You're good people. Come on, Combo. Let's go see what kind of hidey hole this haul can buy us.
Thanks, Captain.
Hands off the Senator.
Captain, I thought you were dead. The ship, I saw it explode.
Megfenta pardon hoje es futot ki a tengere. Es a silgo terben a ser zet lakata.
I owe you again, Captain. Though I'm not sure whether to be grateful or blame you for bringing this trouble down in the first place. What are those things? Have you ever seen an animal like this?
I've seen a lot of weird stuff, but those I would remember.
Well, I'll pay good money to find out what they are. And how Rogan the Butcher got his hands on them. He's just managed to move himself from thorn in my side to public enemy #1.
So, what's the plan? Send a strike team? Sick the SIS on him?
Why would I want to do that when I have you? Rogan is the Void Wolf's most dangerous tool. I think the time has come to take down his criminal empire once and for all.
Have you worked out an angle yet?
Find out anything Darmus knows about Rogan's businesses, and where he might have gotten those things that attacked me. Then, we can figure out how to best work this plan into the larger war effort.
Welcome back, Captain. Senator Dodana's already called to rave about how you just saved her life. Meaning the whole Republic's backing you when you finally take down Rogan. Not bad for somebody from the wrong side of the hyperlane.
Did you find out what those beasts were that attacked her?
Let me get the Senator on the link. She's going to want to hear what I found.
What is it? And talk quickly. I got pulled out of a vote for this.
Creatures Rogan sent at you seem to be cybernetically modified versions of native Vossian wildlife.
Voss?
As far as I know, no native animal has ever been legally exported off Voss.
Is this somewhere I should have heard of?
Voss is a newly discovered world. Very isolationist. They're governed by some strange cult of Force users. I'll try to wrangle you a landing permit, but it'll take time.
We shouldn't wait. Rogan's finally vulnerable, and the Captain's gained quite a reputation recently. If anyone's going to step into Rogan's shoes, Captain, this is the time, and yours are the lovely feet.
What are Rogan's weaknesses?
Unfortunately, the only one who knew all of Rogan's secrets was his mentor, Ivory. And he disappeared years ago.
That's not entirely true. Rogan's predecessor was arrested by the Republic. To my knowledge, he's still incarcerated in a top-secret facility on Belsavis. This is highly restricted knowledge. Even within the Senate, not everyone knows of Belsavis. You must not repeat any part of this.
Isn't that more the Empire sort of thing?
It's hard to be the good guy. If you don't kill offenders outright, you need a place to put them. It may take months to get the permits for Voss. Belsavis will be easier.
Ivory and Rogan were like father and son. If you can find him, you'll know Rogan's hideouts, stashes, things we'd never find ourselves.
This is a man who used to sell children to the Hutts for gladiatorial games. The Republic will insist on tight restrictions for dealing with him. But it's worth it. If you're going to war with Rogan, Belsavis will be your first battleground. I'll get the permits in order.
Rogan has no idea who's coming after him.
I guess you've been wondering how someone like me ever ended up with the Jedi, huh?
You don't really seem like the Jedi type.
They thought that too. I was always kind of the odd one out in my family, and believe me, it was not a small family. When they kicked me out, I went to Nar Shaddaa and met a Jedi who said all the weird stuff that happens to me is a connection to the Force.
Don't sell yourself short. You do plenty of weird stuff all on your own.
And you know, that was an issue. The Jedi are all about recruiting kids too young to know better, so there it was. Me and all these serene little kids. You've never known real rage until you've been lectured on controlling your emotions by a 4-year-old in a robe.
Avoid sanctimonious Jedi brats. Noted.
The kids were prigs, but at least they didn't pity me. The way my master used to look at me. I couldn't spend my life being the Jedi-class clown, you know. It was obvious I wasn't going to master the Force. Never even figured out how to work my dead master's lightsaber.
You probably think I'm chasing Debrillion's throne to get rich, don't you? Your motives are your business. I don't judge. All my father cared about was revenge. That isn't me. I've seen what bad leadership does to a place. Aldrin, Nar Shaddaa, even Coruscant. They all suffer because of who's in power. I'm not looking to plunder Debrillion. I want to make it better. Run their society the right way. From everything I've heard about your homeworld, it could use someone decent in charge. Never thought of myself as decent before. Maybe I can sell that. Every successful leader has the same strength. They're perceived as generous by their subjects. Give the people just enough of what they want, and they'll leave you alone. That's something the King of Debrillion doesn't understand. You can't give people what they want if you can't afford it. Maybe Debrillion isn't as wealthy as you think. It's wealthy enough to support an aristocracy. Of course, they need to get paid off too. I can make this work. It's all about negotiation, and I'm good at that. I'm just thinking out loud now. We should get back to business.
I have a name.
A Kavi?
Not me. I know whose order Moff Tyrek signed. To execute my clan, it was sent by Imperial Major Stan Wu. I've heard of him. He is a liaison between the Empire and hired bounty hunters. I will kill him.
Yeah, I figured you weren't gonna stop with the scolding.
The Major is hiring the best bounty hunters on Nar Shaddaa. I will go there and present myself as one of them. Once I secure a meeting with Major Stan Wu, all that's left is to pull the trigger.
There's another step after that. Get the blazes off Nar Shaddaa before the Empire catches you.
This is not my first execution. I always leave myself an exit. If we do not see each other again, retursi a me.
You made it back alive. I assume the Imperial wasn't so lucky?
That sniveling worm was no more the architect of my clan's destruction than Moff Tyrek was. I left him alive, wallowing in his disgrace. Major Stan Wu ordered the execution because of lies told to him by another Mandalorian, Tayari Rook. The true crime rests with him.
That must have been one whopper of a lie to get your whole clan wiped out.
Rook presented Major Stan Wu with evidence that Clan Spar reneged on a contract. My people were hired to destroy transport ships full of young Jedi, but the Empire's target survived. If Clan Spar had accepted that contract, the Jedi would be dead. Rook framed us.
What did he stand to gain from your clan's destruction?
His motives don't matter. I can't save him. I've already begun my hunt for Tayari Rook. I will settle his debt to Clan Spar.